The Boy Who Grew Dragons by Andy Shepherd. Chapter 9. Pooh Patrol, Goldfish and Ninja Tortoises. Monday mornings involve a lot of running, arm waving, shrieking and crying. It's one of the days Mum works at the vet's and the only day Dad doesn't work from home, so getting me to school, Lolly to nursery and them to work can be a bit of a challenge. For them anyway. I usually just kick about in my room, avoiding all of the above until it's time for breakfast. But that was before Flicker. On my first school day since the baby dragon had arrived, I was more panicked than Mum and Dad combined. My first job was Pooh Patrol. I'd already learned the best way to deal with Flicker's poos was with a pair of oven gloves and a water pistol, just in case any had dried out to the point of detonation. Then, I'd use one of Lolly's little plastic spades from last year's holiday at the beach to shovel them up and drop them down the toilet. Quick wash of the spade in the sink, and the worst job was done. The next thing was emptying out my toy box and lining it with some fresh paper and my old dressing gown. I was planning on leaving Flicker my cheese plant and a bowl of water. On the first night, I'd been so caught up in the whole "I have a pet dragon" hysteria, I'd forgotten he'd need to drink. It was only when I'd gone to the loo and turned around to see him trying to nosedive into the toilet that I figured that one out. Luckily, I caught him just in time. The last thing I wanted was him thinking that was the water bowl. By the time I left for school, I was pretty sure Flicker had everything he needed to spend the day on his own in my little room. But by the time I'd got to school, I had a nagging feeling that I'd forgotten something. As I was racking my brains, Ted, Kat and Kai raced over. "Hey Thomas, did you know that humans share 50% of their DNA with bananas?" Ted said. I didn't. "And they're herbs too, you'll know." "Humans?" "No, bananas, they're herbs, not fruit." I hadn't known that either, but then I wasn't sure anyone other than Ted knew this stuff. His head was full of it. I've known Ted since we were goldfish. I mean, not actual goldfish, but the size of them. When our mums found out that they were pregnant, they went to this class where you find out about what to do with babies. I have no idea what they learned, but it had something to do with llamas, I think. That's where they met, and so that's where Ted and I first met. Although being squished inside our mums meant our first play dates were a bit limited. We were even due to arrive on the same day, which would have been pretty cool really, as we'd have the same birthday. But Ted went and barged his way out early, so he had 2 full weeks with no best mate. Well, that kind of serves him right. Kat and Kai we met on our first day of school. They're twins. Like me and Lolly, they genuinely seem to like each other. It doesn't stop them arguing, mind you, but if push comes to shove, if you mess with one, expect the other to come wading in for them. So here's the 4 of us, and it's been like that since forever. "You okay, Thomas?" Kat asked. "Where'd you get all those scratches?" What do you think Thomas is going to say to Kat about those scratches? Talk to your grown-up, see if you can think of an excuse. I rubbed my arm. Until Flicker had got the hang of his tail, every time he batted it about, the arrowhead end would gouge into my skin. Tom, I said hurriedly. "What about that?" she asked, pointing at my hand. I fiddled with the plaster. It was just a mild burn from my first Pooh Patrol before the glove. I'm rubbish at lying. I panic, and then my overactive imagination gets involved. For some reason, then, Nana's tortoise, Jacko, popped into my head. Only, he was a ninja tortoise with a jetpack. I was just about to blurt out that I'd been attacked by a torpedo tortoise, when luckily I was saved by Mr. Peters ringing the bell. I lunged for the door, just managing to get in front of Liam, I Rule the Universe Swanston. "Oi!" he wailed. "Sir, Thomas just elbowed me." I'd actually brushed his arm with the tip of my littlest finger, but Liam's not one to bother with details. Without hanging around to see if Sir was going to call me back, I ducked inside and made for our classroom. Chapter 10. Why you should never keep a dragon in your rucksack. Why would you not keep a dragon in your rucksack? What kinds of things do you think would happen? If you leave a comment on Google Classroom, I'll have a little look and see what your ideas are. I hope you enjoyed Chapter 9. It was quite a short one, But it does keep me wondering, will Thomas tell his friends about the dragon? Would you tell your friends if you had the pet dragon? As always, I hope you're all okay at home and you're looking after each other, and I hope to see you all soon. See you later on.